Hello everybody, my name is Rodrigo Caiado. I'm a PhD candidate from the Production Engineering program in Sustainable Management Systems in Brazil. I will present the article which title is The Synergy Between Lean Thinking and Sustainable Development in the Business Environment. Over the past two decades, interest in entrepreneurship, and particularly in the emergence of new ventures and startups, has grown among governments and researchers. In an increasingly volatile, globalized, and demanding market, lean thinking is a differentiating factor to deal with continuous forces that press for rapid change and to increase competitiveness and efficiency of enterprises, taking root quickly in the startup world and business schools. Moreover, sustainable concerns are gaining importance in business practice and academic discussions. So, the article aims to propose an innovative framework to foster the synergy between sustainability and lean thinking in the business environment. Now I'll talk about a little bit about the literature review. So, delivering the triple bottom line. Companies pursuing sustainable management had to understand that the same would not be achieved or realized with a single perspective, such as the financial vision of the issue, but rather with a tripod: economic, because an economically sustainable system must be able to produce products and services continuously without causing fiscal problems, and a social sustainable system obtains justice in the distribution of income and opportunities with social service, mainly health and education, and equal treatment for all its members. And last but not less important, environmental. An environmentally sustainable system does not compromise the resource base, renewable or non-renewable, using it sparingly, as well as seeking to maintain biodiversity, atmospheric stability, and other ecosystem functions. The triple bottom line draws attention to the three pillars of sustainability. In addition to Womack and Jones' 5 principles of lean, said that specify the customer value. It's very important, because value is what the customer wants and only what the customer wants. This requires a precise understanding of the specific needs of the customer, and understand the value stream. The value stream are those activities that, when done correctly and in the right order, produce the product or service that the customer values. Improve the flow. In a lean organization, work should flow smoothly and without interruption from one value adding or supporting activity to the next. This is contrasted with the batching of work where, for instance, weekly expenses claims are collected for a manager to authorize in one go. Pull. The system should react to customers' demand. In other words, customers pull the work through the system. And perfection. As the first 4 principles are implemented, you should get to understand the system ever better, and from this understanding, you should generate ideas for more improvement. As Blank 2013, Lean Startup has 3 key principles. Hypothesis, because first, rather than engaging in months of planning and research, entrepreneurs accept that all they have on day one is a series of untested hypotheses, basically good guesses. So first, you need to summarize untested hypotheses in a framework. Sketch out your hypothesis. Then, Lean Startup use a get out of the building approach called customer development to test their hypothesis. They go out and ask potential users, purchasers, and partners to feedback on all elements of the business model, including product features, pricing, distribution channels, and affordable customers acquisition strategies. And third, Lean Startup practices something called Agile development, which originated in the software industry. Agile development works hand in hand with customer development. Unlike typical year-long product development cycles that presuppose knowledge of customers' problems and product needs, Agile development eliminates wasted time and resources by developing the product interactively and incrementally. Materials and methods. The method of analysis is qualitative, by research on the contents of the selected articles from this review. It searches beyond the initial conceptions and aims at a generation or revision of theoretical structures. It tries to describe a complexity of a given problem, analyzing an interaction of certain variables. Which variables? Lean and green. Thematic synthesis is a very effective method for identifying important recurring themes and for using structured forms of data processing within each theme, and is considered one of the most appropriate methods for merging results obtained from the literature review. So, through the literature review and the thematic synthesis, the authors, me and my co-authors, we are able to construct this framework in the result and discussion. As Dingra et al. 2014, there are 3 levels of integration that we could achieve the synergy between Lean and sustainability. First, we need simultaneous development of Lean and Green methodology. So, the developmental. Research and experts in the area of Lean need to think about environment benefits as not just incidental or bonus outcomes, but as actively sought after benefits that can be realized along with productive improvements. Then, appointments of sustainability champions in companies. Because by applying both Lean tools as well as Green methodologies in an integrated manner, and at the same time communicate important business and environment issues and solutions to stakeholders within outside the company, they can expand improvements along the supply chain. So that's the implementation. And the educational, integrating Lean and Green thinking into college curricula. Courses should be developed with combined Lean and Green thinking so that they are not different fields of study, but are combined to teach them these concepts and approach. And also integrate studies such as green productivity, eco-efficiency, eco-effectivity, and sustainable business practice. Moreover, other authors, as Wang and Wang in 2014 say that to achieve sustainable operation in the Lean environment, the biggest challenge is people. So it requires that someone face this challenge, which is to manage people. And a traditional Lean program generates great benefits for environment management, as well as job security. But there are some blind spots, such as the use of unnecessary material, because waste can be managed by using ISO-based management systems, especially when combined with Lean tools such as value stream mapping. And Lean may need adaptation to certain environment challenges, as well as specific environment tools. Specialists and operation personnel may need an adjustment period to use some of these tools. Author says, Qualitative et al. 2014 says that some useful criteria for the greening of lean tools are that they should be simple to use, be visual, and adhere to other principles, such as being present in problem solving, to see them in loco. So these tools need to be visual and adhere to other principles. And it's very important to know how to manage people. In this last figure, we can see the merge of the triple bottom line with the three key principles of the lean startup. And in order to have an effective synergy between lean and green in an entrepreneurial environment, it is necessary to consider the full implementation of the 5 lean green principles aligning, and the educational result is the result of a virtual social environment with people able to raise hypotheses pertinent to the problems. Several assemblies can be made empirically. The implementation of appropriate process depends on the demand of the client and the local economic environment. Note that implementation is a result of investment of a given entrepreneur who is willing to do something. Again, various options of ideas in this sense could be built. This reality is described by the sentence economy plus client is equal to implementation. Already at the next level, the understanding about development may, for example, be development as the rate at the speed at which the business environment requires. That is, the environment influence how quickly business progresses. This statement is also represented in this table, the last table, by the line environmental plus fast equal to development. Therefore, there is a valid basis for a synergy between the teams lean startup and sustainability. Conclusions. Thus, the objective of this study was achieved by the development of a framework that proposed the synergy between the two topics addressed, and in order to achieve innovation, waste reduction, and economic, social, and environmental sustainability of the business. The first hypothesis that lean and green approach are compatible is true, because lean thinking is a practice that helps companies identify and eliminate waste to continue improvements and control of lean tools. Therefore, 7 types of waste can be identified. The second hypothesis that these new approaches work as catalysts and promoters of innovation by proposing new forms of entrepreneurship in business and management has also been confirmed. Modern entrepreneurial companies are at the forefront at the sixth wave of innovation, with special emphasis on sustainability. Lean initiatives require less storage and space for operation, which coupled with less defective production, lower energy and resource requirements, thus promoting substantial environment benefits. Therefore, it's anticipated that this research will be of interest of professionals and academics. The convergence of these concepts and analysis can be useful as benchmarking of organization and entrepreneurial from various sectors. From the academic point of view, the study broadened the theories of lean and sustainability in the area of entrepreneurship and innovation, a subject little explored previously. This add knowledge to the entrepreneurship literature, and other researchers are expected to benefit from the ideas contained herein. From the practical point of view, market practitioners are expected to use these precepts in their ventures to develop new business in order to guide their operations more efficiently and less wastefully, as described in the Sustainability Report Triple Bottom Line. Well, thank you in advance. I hope you have liked our presentation, and see you in the Congress.